Good evening, everyone. It's Sebastian Boyer, the approved guy. Welcome to Wednesday Night Live, Legacy Live at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm happy to be here with those of you who might be visiting with me tonight and that will be watching this on the replay. Tonight, we are going to be discussing the third pillar of the legacy generation system, which is, do you need a trust? Well, actually, that's the question about the third pillar. The third pillar is the keys to the castle, and that those keys are the trust. So we're going to go through the presentation. I'm going to talk to you about a few options for setting up different types of trusts. If anyone joins and has questions, please comment. I'm happy to try to have a discussion. And if you are watching the replay later, please leave a comment as well. I'll go back and respond on future comments after the live. If you're watching this video, please make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Let YouTube know that this content is of value so that they will push it out in their algorithm. Thank you so much, everyone, and let's go ahead and dive in. So Proverbs chapter 20, verse 21 says that an inheritance gained hastily at the beginning will not be blessed in the end. An inheritance gained hastily at the beginning will not be blessed in the end. Having a will ensures that your assets are distributed according to your wishes. So a lot of folks don't even have a will. And if you don't have a will, you need to bare minimum should have a will. If you don't have a will, your assets can be seized by the government, because ultimately, if you don't have a will, you're basically saying no one owns any of your assets, your property, your gold, your car, any assets that you have that are not disclosed can be seized. So you want to make sure you have a will that protects your assets from the government seizing those assets, as well as if you have children, who's going to be the caretaker of the children, who's going to be the ones that are going to be responsible for the future of your family. So having a will ensures your assets are distributed according to your wishes and not left to state laws or court decisions. Without a will, your loved ones may face delays, costs, and conflicts during probate. Now, having a trust takes it a step further. It not only dictates who receives what, but also how and when those assets are transferred. Unlike a will, a trust avoids probate, maintains privacy, and provides ongoing control and protection for your legacy even after you're gone. So having no will is basically leaving chaos. Having a will gives some direction, but having a trust secures control. So question is, do you need a trust? Again, this is the third pillar of the Legacy Generation System Masterclass, which is private control structures, protecting the castle without giving up the keys. The legal instruments that make your legacy intentional, strategic, and protected. In the legacy generation system, private control structures are the tools that allow you to own nothing but control everything. Think of your financial life as a castle. The castle walls keep invaders out, creditors, lawsuits, taxes, and opportunists. The drawbridge lets in only the people that you choose under the conditions that you set. And the keys to the castle are not handed over. Instead, you set rules so that your wealth serves your purpose for generations without being diluted, seized, or mismanaged. Private control structures let you decide not just who gets what, but how, when, and under what conditions. This is your legacy generation system. You can go and watch and learn the entire masterclass for free at legacygenerationsystem.com. or you can scan the QR code, and I'll give you a few minutes or seconds here to scan the QR code. And that'll take you directly to legacygenerationsystem.com. Our legacy affirmation is that I am the steward of my family's wealth, wisdom, and values. I choose ownership over dependency, discipline over doubt, and purpose over fear. Every dollar that I direct today multiplies freedom for tomorrow. I build, protect, and pass on a legacy of faith, family, and freedom, and I will not quit until that legacy is secured for generations to come. So guys, when it comes to a trust, there are many different types of trusts. The basic bare minimum trust that most people should have at least in place, especially if you're a W-2 income earner and you really don't have maybe more than a home that you own, like your primary residence. If you're investing in assets and you have multiple properties, you're going to need more than this trust that I'm about to tell you about. But the basic trust that everyone should at least have would be a revocable living trust. A revocable living trust is not going to give you asset protection in life because it's revocable, so a judge can force you to make changes to it. But it's going to be the most common trust for your average income earner, your average W-2 income earner. Where it's really going to give you protection is on your death. If your assets will be protected from probate, and then your will can be done on earth as it is in heaven through your trust. So the revocable living trust attorney firm that I'm referring my clients to, they have 3 plans for their revocable living trust. And I'm going to also mention they have advanced trusts that are irrevocable living trusts, and those can be very dynamic and customized based on your needs. The highest level trust that you'll find is a dynasty trust, which is a 5-in-1 trust that can protect assets, that can help minimize tax exposure. So that is the most powerful trust. However, we're talking about $15,000 to $30,000 for a dynasty trust. And so if you're at the income level and you have the assets that need the protection, you can offset that cost in 1 year of tax savings and strategy. However, if you're not at that income level and you don't have assets beyond your primary residence for protection, then in most cases, the revocable living trust is going to be perfect. It's going to be just fine. So the plan that comes with the attorney firm that I'm going to refer you to, and if you want to have an introduction, just message me with your email or schedule a free 15-minute call with me, and I'll make that introduction. I just need your name and your email address to send you an introduction, and your phone number to send you an introduction to the attorney firm. But basically, they have 3 plans. One is doing it yourself with help. So a customer service from the firm, a customer service person from the firm will help you to set up the trust. It's a revocable living trust. It includes a certificate of trust, transfer of deed. So that's included if you own an asset or property, the transfer of the deed to the trust is included. Your last will and testament is included. Nomination of guardians for your children, that's included. Power of attorney, healthcare directive, HIPAA authorization, printing and shipping in a binder, and basically an account manager that can answer any of your questions. That package with all of that included is going to be $850. Now, the next level up is the same exact thing, except adding a paralegal to assist you to review it and answer any of your questions and support you throughout the process. It includes exactly the same thing as the Do It With Help plan, except it adds the paralegal in, and you'll have Zoom meetings with the paralegal, and that plan is $1,250. The next level up is an attorney reviewed plan. The attorney reviewed plan, now you're working with a real attorney. So you'll have the paralegal available to assist you in the intake, but you will actually have Zoom meetings with the attorney, and it includes a mobile notary signing. So you'll have everything included: the revocable living trust, certificate of trust, transfer of deed, last will and testament, nomination of guardians, power of attorney, healthcare directive, HIPAA authorization, print and ship and binder, account manager, paralegal, an attorney, Zoom meeting, and mobile notary signing, and that's going to be $1,850. So those are the 3 plan options. Do it yourself with help from an account manager for $850. Do it with a paralegal review and support through Zoom. That's $1,250. And do it with both the paralegal and the attorney on Zoom, and that's going to be $1,850. And again, that's going to be a revocable living trust. Now, the advanced trusts, they vary. There's advanced trust for nonprofits. There's an advanced trust for life insurance. There's advanced trusts. There's so many different types of advanced trust. So the advanced trust menu is something that I can share with you on a one-on-one. And when you speak to the attorneys on that introduction, they'll go over with you what those advanced trusts can include. And those would be irrevocable trusts that give you more asset protection, as well as the same benefits as the revocable trust. So that's really the advantage. It's the living asset protection, as well as some of the tax strategies that you can benefit from through some of the advanced trust options. So with that said, I hope that this video was of value. I hope that you were able to gain some insight as to some of the trust options. And again, this is the 3rd pillar of the legacy generation system. So I do hope everyone gets an opportunity to check out and watch the masterclass, and just reach out to me if you have any questions, any concerns about your circumstance, about your will, your trust. Some of my clients already had a trust, and when I introduced them to the attorneys, they reviewed that for them and just gave them good advice, and they did that completely for free. So in any event, minimum, you definitely need to have a will, but that's not enough. You should have a trust so that your assets and your will don't have to go to probate. With that said, thank you for watching. Please make sure you like, subscribe, and share. If you're on the live now and you want to say hi before I sign off, just submit a chat comment and let me know you're there. And I'll give it a second if you want to say hi, and if you want to ask a question before I sign off. I'll just give it about 20 seconds, and then I'm going to end this live. All right. No comments at this time. No problem. Thank you again, guys, for popping in, popping out, and for watching this on the replay. I look forward to being of service. Thank you again. God bless, and take great care.